Hey everyone, this girl is gorgeous. Let's talk about how to launch rockets in a military zone. When the police are like gods aiming at the city from the cannon, it's hard not to chuckle. It's like living the life of a king killer, just as Tisu felt like a superstar, but then Junior suddenly called Tisu, saying that Prosecutor On Hyun was about to drop the hammer on them and had found his dirty laundry. To help Jeon Hissing deal with the agency's boss, Choi Duri took violence to a whole new detective novel level. But really, On Hyun's main focus was on Han Gang-ji, with Tisu just a bait. Initially, the disciplinary committee only wanted to give a gentle wave to the prosecutors involved, but On Hyun decided to roast them good. The junior advised Tisu to chill out and avoid Jeon Hissing to dodge On Hyun's snare. Days later, Han Gang-ji issued a warning advising Tisu to treat Choi Duri like a dog and keep him in line. You gotta train that dog right, or it might just start biting. Soon after, the brother-in-law made a mess, blaming it all on Tisu's dad. Classic. Tisu realized the brother-in-law was a total wrecking ball, causing havoc everywhere. So, Tisu and Yang Dong-cheol teamed up like in the crazy monster fighting game against the brother-in-law. Choi Duri watched from the sidelines, thinking this scene was ruining the prosecutor's image and tried to step in. But unexpectedly, he got knocked out by Yang Dong-cheol with a few punches, truly turning it into a smoke-filled boxing ring. He informed Tisu that he was not a mere little brother, and once this issue was settled, he would move to Seoul, creating a Seoul Smash. But Tisu knew this idea was a ticking time bomb, yet his greed kept him silent. Soon, Yang Seo came with bags, planning to divorce Tisu. See a hilarious twist. Tisu tried to shift the blame to Yang Dong-cheol, but it only got more awkward. Yang Dong-cheol felt a bit guilty, joking that he only introduced Jeon Hissing for work. Yang Seo threw out some photos and asked Tisu if work gave him the green light to be this naughty. Tisu was left speechless and tried to change the topic to win Yang Seo back, only to get hit with the car key. Your stuff is in the car outside, grab it quick or you'll regret it. Suddenly, another presidential election was coming, and President Roh was the hot favorite. Han Gang-ji and the crew weren't keen on this outcome. What a drama. If President Roh gets elected, they are all in deep trouble. So, they schemed to expose some hidden cases, straight out of a movie plot. But to their surprise, President Roh won smoothly, leaving them fuming with rage. Tisu bumped into On Hyun in the elevator. She cheerfully asked if he'd seen today's newspaper. Tisu was knee-deep in divorce and team failures, so he awkwardly replied no to the newspaper question. On Hyun playfully handed him the paper, boasting that it was packed with explosive news. Bursting to take down Han Gang-ji, Choi Duri found today's newspaper had some big news. Although it didn't say it outright, everyone knew the Korean prosecutor was pointing to Han Gang-ji. With this news, Han Gang-ji's chances in the new election went down the drain. Han Gang-ji stormed towards Tisu in a fury, demanding to know why he couldn't handle Choi Duri. Yang Dong-cheol tried to calm him down, but ended up being mistaken for a punching bag, turning it into a mini-storm. Yang Dong-cheol suggested throwing Choi Duri in jail, making it the best keep it quiet plan. Tisu then helped Han Gang-ji tackle another issue, trying to wrap up the leak against the president's camp. If President Kim found out, Han Gang-ji's chances of continuing as a prosecutor were toast. In a do-or-die moment, Han Gang-ji pushed out Hong Sin-chun as a scapegoat for the leak. To make him obedient, Han Gang-ji needed to square away Hong Sin-chun's dirty little secret's total comedy material. Han Gang-ji personally grilled Sin-chun, coaxing out loads of dirt to make him a scapegoat. Then, Han Gang-ji told Tisu to lay low until the heat cooled down before bringing him back. Believing him, Tisu complied, only to find he could never reach them again. Meanwhile, Kim Yong-soo seized the chance and began devouring Choi Duri's territory. When Tisu visited Choi Duri in prison, he obtained the location of the secret stash. Choi Duri wanted Tisu to distribute the cash to the crew to hide until he could make a comeback. But Tisu didn't play along. He handed it over to Kim Yong-soo, planning to prove his loyalty. Days later, On Hyun suddenly pops by to dig up dirt on Han Gang-ji. Tisu was eager to shoo her away, fearing he'd say the wrong thing.